Hello, Internet. This is SOFFA Dykes. I have been toying around with this idea for a little while, but I hadn't actually planned on doing it, but looks like I'm going to. Thank you, Tumblr. So, for everyone who doesn't know what a SOFFA is, it stands for Significant Others, Friends, Family, and Acquaintances of Transgendered Individuals. So, basically, lesbians, and we have partners, or wives, and transgender have SOFAs. Now, I blog, and I have been really bad about it, and but mostly I wanted to talk about being a lesbian in a relationship with a trans man, because I am. And I get so many questions all the time, and the biggest one I get is, how does that work? As I'm a lesbian, and my partner now identifies as a straight man. My partner's pre-op, in all senses of the word, until April. Actually, that's not entirely true. He may be getting his hysterectomy in the next couple months, but April's when the ladies come off. It's going to be a very sad day for me. But when people ask me how I can stay, we were in a relationship for about 6 months as two women before he came out to me as a trans man, and it didn't even really get real until we'd been together for about a year, when he started binding and talking about it in earnest, because he was in the Army, and you cannot be a transgendered individual in the United States Army currently. DADT or otherwise, it's still not okay. It's a health issue more than anything else. And also, it's a violence issue. They're really afraid that it'll be a problem, which is understandable. Like, it sucks because I know that there's a lot of transgender men who want to join the military because it is a good way to do it. I have prior service, my partner's prior service, my fiance, I guess, our roommate, our other roommate's about to join. So, it's a big thing, and unfortunately, as transgender, you cannot join the military. So we had to wait until he got out to actually, even start going to therapy, because the Army is all up in your business. And if you go see an outside therapist and you bill it to TRICARE, which is the Army's health insurance, they can see it, and you'll get in big trouble. So we had to wait till he got out of the Army. And he got out in August, and he started therapy shortly after. And our therapist is really great. We live just south of Tampa, and the therapist is at the Metro Wellness Center in St. Petersburg, Florida. And her name is Dr. Farrell, and she's freaking awesome. So if you're in this area and you're a transgendered individual, she's the place to go, and she's really reasonably priced. She actually, gives a shit. Which is great. And for his top surgery, he's chosen Dr. Garamoni, which seems to be the top choice among trans men, I've discovered. But really, it's kind of a whole new world, and I wanted to answer questions, because I still identify as a lesbian, and even though my partner is transitioning to a male, I'll always identify as a lesbian. I love women. I do. I love all kinds of women. But I also love my partner, and we've been together almost 2 years, and I can't see me not loving him because he's now him and not her. Also, I'm really sorry for the shitty quality of this video. I'm shooting off my iPhone because I don't have a camera, which I will rectify eventually. But we do have a kid, and they're expensive, and of course I'm smoking, which is also expensive. But at this point, this habit is more important to me than a camera, which is sad to admit, actually. But off topic. Anyway, so I wanted to answer questions and kind of be a resource, because there's a whole lot of videos about trans men and being a trans man, but there's not a whole lot of videos for SOFAs, and unfortunately the statistics are kind of against us. 85% of trans men who go into their transition in a lesbian relationship, their partner leaves, or they leave their partner. And it's tough, because testosterone does some really ugly things to people sometimes, And just the act of transitioning. I know a lot of trans men actually, well, not know, but through videos and whatnot. I mean, I do know some trans men, but off topic again. Sorry, I'm really bad about tangents. Who, once they transition, stopped being attracted to females. I think the L word actually touched on that with Max and whatnot, but even though I identify as a female, obviously I identify as a female, I identify as a lesbian, I still am very much in love with my partner, and I can't imagine leaving him for another female or otherwise. It does get kind of awkward sometimes because I am a either very hard femme or a very soft butch. Short hair, I occasionally wear men's clothing and women's clothing. I wear both. And I dress up pretty nicely as a woman, and I dress down pretty nicely as as a stud. And so sometimes when we go out, people look at us like we're two gay men. And we're not. Definitely gay, but not gay men. And it's kind of, I think that it's confusing for him, and he doesn't really like it when I wear men's pants and clothes, because he wants me to be a girl. And I am a girl, and I love being a girl, but every once in a while, boy pants are just comfortable. Like, I don't want to fucking wear heels every day. It's, it's kind of an unreal expectation. Especially since I work from home, so I'm pretty much in my pajamas all the time, which is great, by the way. It's awesome, I recommend it. Long story short, this is kind of just an introductory video, and if I, think of something else to post, of course I will. But yeah, so this is Sofa Dykes, and if you have questions, there's a comment section, and my email address is up there. And I also have a Tumblr page, which I'll post links to. And we'll see how this goes. So